When the photo of her son's lifeless body was shown in court, the entire room fell silent. His mother, Shanda van der Ark, couldn't hold herself together. The moment she saw the image her 15-year-old son lying on what would become his deathbed, she became visibly dizzy. Within seconds, she began vomiting, overwhelmed by the brutality of what had happened to him. But for the judge, the jury, and everyone else in that courtroom, the picture was more than evidence. It was a heartbreaking reminder of the unimaginable suffering young Timothy Ferguson had endured before his death. In July, police officers in Michigan discovered Timothy's body inside a small, beautified closet where he had been forced to sleep. The boy weighed just 69 pounds, wrapped in a tarpaulin. His ribs were sharp against his skin, and bruises marked his fragile body. Investigators later learned that Timothy had been subjected to months of severe abuse, starvation, and freezing temperatures. The abuse came from the very people who were supposed to protect him: his mother, 44-year-old Shanda van der Ark, and his older brother, Paul Ferguson. Court records described a horrifying pattern of neglect and violence that ultimately led to Timothy's death from malnutrition and hypothermia. During the trial, Judge Castle presented Shanda with the final photograph taken of Timothy. The sight of her son's condition, lifeless, emaciated, and battered, was so overwhelming that she collapsed into nausea, vomiting uncontrollably during her own testimony. But the judge made it clear: Timothy's suffering spoke louder than her reaction. In a decision that exceeded standard sentencing guidelines, Judge Castle sentenced Shanda to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for first-degree child abuse, plus an additional 50 to 100 years in prison. He stated firmly that the extended punishment was justified, given the prolonged and extreme cruelty Timothy endured. This case shook the courtroom, the community, and everyone who heard it, a tragic reminder of a child robbed of love, safety, and life itself. For more real stories, updates, and deep dive reports like this, make sure you follow me.